Letting go is not giving up, but allowing yourself to be happy. Sometimes, letting go is the only way to embrace better things. Dear Jesus, my beloved Lord, how was your day today? Lord, are you watching over your child? Today has brought me peace and lightness, more so than in previous days, because I have learned to let go of the things and people that no longer belong to me. Instead of trying to hold on and do everything to keep someone by my side, I have realized that there are people whose prolonged presence in my life only brings me suffering and exhaustion. I used to think that if I lived kindly and sincerely, all the good things would surely come to me. I used to think that the people who appeared in my journey would always stay by my side, and that I needed to keep them close no matter what. Even when some people only brought me fatigue and made me doubt my own value and abilities, I still couldn't let them go. I was blinded and found countless excuses to justify that they didn't really want to hurt me, that it was all just unintentional, and so I kept sinking deeper into that and couldn't escape. Day by day, until the negativity they brought me reached its peak, that's when I suddenly woke up and realized how badly I had treated myself. I had only lived and thought for others, forgetting that I also needed to be loved, that I also needed to receive minimal respect. I allowed people who didn't deserve it to disrespect me. They always dismissed my opinions, always made disparaging comments, and lowered my value. Sometimes, in some way, they made me feel like I deserved those criticisms and that I should blame myself. I used to see myself as the cause of every problem, as the one who made everything messy, and that I needed to be responsible for it. Whenever conflicts or disagreements arose, instead of finding solutions together, they played the victim or chose silence, making me feel trapped in a mess, and then I had to struggle alone to get out of it. I learned to be compassionate and willing to forgive any mistakes made by those who hurt or exhausted me. I always told myself that everyone should have a chance to start over, that everyone deserved to be forgiven and to correct their mistakes. But, Lord, there are people who took advantage of my kindness, who made mistakes with me and then came back to ask for forgiveness. They promised they would never do it again, but it all ended up being empty promises, and the negativity repeated itself once more. There are also people who are willing to be by my side when I'm at the top, when I have everything in my hands, and they appear. At that moment, I thought I had been lucky to find soulmates, people who truly wanted to congratulate me for everything I had achieved, because the efforts I had made were truly worthy. Everything would have been normal if I hadn't faced failure. When I no longer had anything in my hands, I realized that there weren't as many people around me that I could trust as I had thought. In fact, they were only interested in my external shine, in the benefits they could get from me, and when there was nothing left to take advantage of, they began to disappear from my life as if they had never been there. The people I trusted, the people in whom I had placed so many hopes, began to drift away from me. In the early days, I sank into despair, my heart full of betrayal, my soul empty. I had to learn to love myself, to comfort myself, and to remind myself that everything would pass and that good things were still waiting for me in the future. Lord, even though now I have clearer thoughts, even though my mind is no longer so obsessed with what has passed, deep down in my heart there are still old wounds that have not completely healed. Please, help me soothe those wounds and return to me the peace I once had. Please help me to be more rational and stronger. Help me to be stronger in removing relationships that are no longer suitable for me, and instead help me to cherish more those who have been willing to stand by me up to this moment. Please help me to always be strong and to always believe in my own worth, so that I never repeat the same mistakes or feel the same negative emotions as before. Please bring to my side those who truly deserve to be with me, and help me stay away from those who appear in my life only to bring me harm. May you guide me on the path of light, so that I can live a full and happy life under your protection. Amen.